All right, you guys, it's summertime and it's the time for steaks. Grilling outside, buying lots of meat, but it's really expensive right now. So I wanted to show you guys the best Costco to buy your meat at, business Costco. It's really called Costco Business Center. Now this is mostly for entrepreneurs, business owners, restaurant owners, but anybody with a Costco membership can come here and shop. There's none of that temptation, no clothes. There's a lot of stuff that's not here, but there's lots of food, lots more drinks, lots more snacks. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna buy and why this is the best place to buy your steaks for the summer. Definitely gonna need to get a cart because I'm gonna fill this guy. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Thank you. I see already, you can tell, no clothes, no canoes, no, temptation buys. It's all snacks, you guys. Tons of snacks. Think convenience stores, think checking out all the candies. I'm gonna vlog all that a little bit later, but I'm here for one thing and one thing only, meat. It is pretty busy today. By the way, I'm hanging out with Cameron today. I want to show him the business Costco. He's never been here for meat, so excited. Hey, are you a steak guy?
Oh, I'm a big steak guy.
Oh God, we gotta grill up some steaks. But one of the things is, when you come here, they have big chunks of steak, unprocessed, unsliced. So that's another reason why I'm coming here. So let me show you where it's all at. Okay, look, see all the drink options? I'm gonna show you all that later. Oh, speaking of meat, look at that. You can get whole things of lamb. That's a whole animal right there. Look how big this meat section is. Literally, you walk into a cooler here at the business center. Look at this. I forgot to tell you, you need a sweater when you come in here. That's why I'm wearing the sweater. It is really cold. And I'm gonna be here for about an hour. So I'm not kidding, this fridge is so big that this is the meat department, that's the dairy department, and there's even more refrigerated section, which again, I'll go there later. But today I'm here for the meat. I'm gonna just go section by section, beef, chicken, pork, they got it all. They got USDA choice right here in all different cuts. They got USDA Select, which you don't see at a normal Costco. Over here, they've got USDA Prime, I believe. Yep, Prime, as I mentioned. Look, they got the big cuts. Now you can get this. This is a brisket, and I have seen brisket, but I don't think I've ever seen a USDA Prime brisket at a regular Costco. So I'm gonna go cut by cut and show you all the different options. So price. We already know that Costco is one of the best places to get the best price on your steaks, but you get an even better bargain here. You're gonna get it in a big chunk of meat, like right here. Now you can get this at some Costco's. It's just not as regularly available, but this is a ribeye. This is an unprocessed ribeye. Each one of these are basically a steak, so you can slice it right down these different sections and get really thick steaks, or cut it as thin as you want, and that's why I like it. So for this USDA choice, unit price $13.99. That is a hell good deal. Cameron got a sweater. You're gonna need a sweater, trust me, you're gonna need it, okay? All right, okay, but anyways, yes, so you get all these big chunks right here. This is exactly why I like it. As I mentioned, sometimes you can get these kind of cuts at a regular business Costco, just not as many of them. Oh, here's a tenderloin. I have seen these as well, but look at how many they got. Sometimes they run out of these at the normal places. And yeah, if you're into tenderloin, cut these guys up. Now this one is a little more expensive because it is a tenderloin, but $15.49 a pound. I believe that's way cheaper than a regular Costco. Hey, I didn't know this, but they have American Wagyu here. They got American Wagyu here, yeah. I'm gonna show you guys that. Don't worry, I'm just like on USDA choice right now. So you guys recognize this, but have you ever seen this brand? I'm not really that familiar with it, but I do see it here. It's Swift. This is a ribeye steak Frenched. Looks like a tomahawk. I think, oh yeah, it is a tomahawk. Look at that, you get 2 vacuum sealed tomahawks, really big, really thick, for 86 bucks, which is kind of expensive, but still better deal than a regular Costco, and you get 2 of them. $16.49 a pound. And tell me if you've ever tried this brand, Swift, but they got it. And guess what? They got a lot of them. Last time I bought a tomahawk at a regular Costco, my meat guy, yes, I have a meat guy at my Costco. He was saying, yeah, we only get these once in a while. You can get them at the business center all the time. And there was only 4. I bought one and the rest were gone within like 15 minutes. Here, they got them on stock. They got them all the time. All right, so a lot of people are doing carnivore, and when you're on a carnivore diet, you want to do grass-fed, and guess what? Their grass-fed selection is the best. Look, beef eye round. I'm not sure what you would use this cut for, but they got a lot. Again, big chunks, okay? This is flat meat right here. Now, you'll notice too, it says halal. So if you got that dietary need for halal meat, or kosher meat, this is a great place to get it. Is kosher and halal kind of the same thing, or is it different?
I was gonna ask you what that meant.
It's how the meat is prepared. I should probably chat GPT it. Okay, halal, permissible according to Islamic law, must be processed by a Muslim, and God's name must be recited during slaughter. For kosher, same thing, processed by someone that's Jewish in a specific way, then inspected and salted to remove all the blood. So there you go. So yeah, if you at least need halal meat, they got you. You like your New York steaks? Right here, they got it. Grass-fed. How much is this? $8.29 a pound? That is a hella good deal for all of this. 53 bucks for all of this. So again, if you guys need grass-fed meat, this is a place to go. Because I actually buy grass-fed meat for our family, and it definitely costs way more than that. Grass-fed beef is typically better for you, it's healthier, but it's gonna have a grassiness to it or gamey flavor. So just a heads up, if you're used to eating grain-fed meats, or like a Wagyu or something like that, I know it's kind of fancy, just know that grass-fed meat does have a flavor that some people don't like. The kids, they kind of know when I'm doing the grass-fed stuff, but again, it's better for my family. You know what is worth eating though? Grass-fed ground beef. Speaking of ground beef, you can get these at a regular Costco, but yeah, they have a lot of them. They also have the typical organic ground beef, which actually Judy needs me to get one of these, so I'm gonna grab one of these. They have the halal ground beef. Now I'm surprised this is not saying it's grass-fed, but they do have it. Not ground beef, but diced beef. I'm thinking this is maybe for carne asadas or other kinds of dishes. Not only do they have unprocessed meats, they also have meat in cuts that you don't typically see at your average Costco. Then we get into the gnarly stuff. If you've ever gone to a taco truck, you know it's all about the lengua, tongue, beef tongue. And they got it here. If you're a little squeamish, look away, but yes, this is a beef tongue. Underrated. If you ever go to a taco truck and they have lengua on there, try it, it's really good. But you can get it here. This is beef honeycomb tripe. Normally they have way more innards and different organ meats, which is also very healthy for you too. You know what you don't see a lot of because it's so trendy and everyone's buying it is liver. I used to see liver, but I don't see any of it right now. All right, American Wagyu. I've never seen this before. One of my favorite American Wagyu brands, Mishima Reserve. In fact, I got meat from them not too long ago and went to their restaurant in Seattle. There's a restaurant in Seattle called Butcher's Table. Shout out to Butcher's Table. It's the best place to have a steak if you're not gonna have it at home. And of course, you know, it's pricey. Well worth it for a date night or if you wanna go out with your buddies. But same thing, if you want a deal, they got the Mishima Reserve here. What is this? This is a shoulder over here. Oh, the USDA Select. So these are just bigger pieces of meat. Look at this, $7.49 a pound. Now this is chuck eye roll, so it's not really a fancy cut of meat, but yeah, they got it here. I knew I saw it here before too. Look, they have American Wagyu brisket. Definitely only see this here at the Costco Business Center. This is a Wagyu brisket. I bet you that is freaking bomb for barbecue. All right, you guys, and we're moving on to the pork. So if I'm gonna have a big party, I'm gonna make lots of adobo. This is the type of place I'm gonna go to. Now you can get big things of pork belly, but it's already sliced. But if you like slicing your own pork, this is the place to go. And if you, of course, want to get the best deal. So now I remember I did buy this Swift brand because I bought one of these pork bellies before. It does have the skin on it. I know it sounds kind of gnarly for somebody that's just a beginner, You have to rip this skin off unless you want it for a specific type of dish. So you're gonna be paying for that, but guess what? This is good eats, chicharrones, all kinds of other stuff. But yeah, this whole thing is 50 bucks. And this is a legit piece of pork belly. And just like I said, lots and lots of pork belly and lots of other cuts too. This is a pork cushion meat. I never even heard of that. $1.69 a pound. This is almost 19 pounds for 30 bucks. Tell me, what kind of dish would you use this cut for?
Pork cushion meat is a boneless lean cut taken from the front part of the pig's shoulder, specifically from the picnic shoulder, not to be confused with the Boston butt, which is higher up on the shoulder. It's a dense, well-worked muscle, which makes it flavorful, lower in fat, and usually weighs 2 to 4 pounds per piece.
There you go. That's definitely way more than 2 to 4 pounds, but yeah, there you go. More and more pork belly all up in here. Ooh, pork butts. This is, I think you would use this maybe for a stew or a different kind of like slow cook type of recipe. And this whole thing, $37. You know, whenever I'm vlogging, whether it's a Costco or grocery store, I'm always looking for deals, sales, and I'm trying to tell you guys about them. This is why I'm always getting excited about creating this content. And then, you know, not only buying it for myself, but showing you guys how to cook and how to save money. Because if I go out with my family, for example, McDonald's, to feed our whole family, there's 8 of us, okay? We just went because Leah picked it as a reward for her graduating. It cost us $81 at McDonald's. And don't get me wrong, we like a good McDonald's once in a while. We don't go very often, but I'd rather go to a restaurant. If I was gonna go to a restaurant and eat with my whole family, we're talking $150, $200 plus dollars. But if I cook, I can spend $200 to buy groceries for almost the whole week and eat really good 5-6 nights a week. I've never really cooked with pork tenderloin, but they got a 2-pack of this stuff. Oh my gosh, $2.29 per pound. That's a good deal. So all this pork tenderloin, I've eaten pork tenderloin, but yeah, what is this? It's $12. That's a good ass deal. It's something I used to eat all the time, and if I ever went to a TGI Fridays, this is what I would buy. This is what I would order right here. Baby back ribs, baby. Pork loin back ribs. I don't think these are baby back ribs, but $20 for this whole thing? Dang, $20. Pork in general is pretty affordable, so maybe not mind-blowing to you guys, but you tell me if this is a great deal. I don't buy pork a lot. I just buy certain cuts of pork, like for adobo. But damn, $20 for all that? Now you're gonna have to smoke that, but again, do it at home. TGI Fridays isn't even really a thing, so yeah, good eats. More and more, I'm just cooking all the time. I've always loved cooking. We just would go out more often. Now we're literally eating at home all the time. Like literally, we go out to eat maybe once or twice a month. For the chicken, there's really nothing different. I usually buy the organic one. Do they come with like 6-packs like this at a regular Costco chicken? Have you seen this?
I've seen those.
Oh, got it. All right, so I didn't know because I always buy organic. Yeah, standard chicken that you see at any other Costco, they got it here. As you guys know, I like buying the whole chicken. This is 2 of them. Same price. That's crazy though, $16. But you know what's even crazier than that? 16 bucks for 2 whole chicken, uncooked, raw, packaged up. But you can buy rotisserie chicken that's already prepared and already cooked for literally $4.99. That's how they get you to shop at Costco and come back, and guess what? Walk all the way to the back of the line and get tempted by all those other products. Naturally, more salmon, more fish. Have you ever seen fish processed like this before? This is a pretty big pack. Fresh tilapia fillets.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing that.
I think tilapia is actually pretty popular in the Philippines. Wild Pacific cod, if you can, buy wild. It's much better for you, and it's better for nature, I think. This is new. If you've got special dietary needs, look, they have the halal chicken. You don't see this often at a regular Costco, I don't think. See, one of the reasons why they have halal or just some of these specialty meats in different cuts like lengua, beef tongue, is because restaurant owners shop here. People that have food trucks or restaurants, and so they need certain types of ingredients for their customers, but you as a regular member get to shop here, so that's pretty cool. Okay, this is a hella good deal. Look at this. What? 2 whole chickens with the innards, $10. Oh my gosh, this is getting to rotisserie chicken status here. 2 whole chickens for 10 bucks, and it's halal. How is that even possible? I don't know, but you can buy it here. Cameron was asking me, do they have regular sliced steaks here? I said, no, you actually, get the bigger chunks and cut it yourself. And I was totally wrong, because guess what? They do right here. So USDA choice, boneless beef ribeye steaks. Look at this. This is a 4-pack of steaks. Look, it's on sale right now. $10 off, 50 bucks for this whole thing. That's actually a pretty good deal. What does that equate to? Like $12 a steak? Yeah, if you're having a big ass barbecue, this is the place to go right now, especially. Notice though, they're all vacuum sealed because they probably don't have an actual butcher here. In fact, they have like a little butcher section over there where it looks like they might package meats, but it's unlike a normal Costco, so they probably process these somewhere else. Don't expect the same type of selection. But again, this is for the meat lovers looking for something very specific or something that you can't find at your regular Costco. You can get a good deal, and I would highly suggest coming here and buying some stuff. All right, so moving on to another meat section, deli meats. Similarly, they got the unsliced stuff too. If you've got a slicer at home, or if you just want big chunks, I'm assuming these are gonna be way better priced. Let's see, like this turkey breast, brown turkey breast in its whole form. 42 bucks for 9 pounds. That's a good deal, but you gotta slice it, obviously. But the option's here if you want it. For me and my sandwiches, I'm more of a ham guy. Look, honey ham, same thing in its whole form. Look at this thing. Okay, that is a freaking good deal. 24 bucks for almost 9 pounds, 8.5 pounds. And this almost makes you want to get a slicer for your own house. They got the smoked ham too. This is $32 for this whole thing. Imagine if you were to buy this pre-sliced in separate plastic packages. This would cost you a ton of money. I know there's some people hurting right now, and price is really significant for them. They're trying to look for the discounts and the deals. More and more, it makes sense to prepare food at home, cook at home, and even process your own meat. Not for everybody, but again, the option is here if you like it. And they got a lot of other seafood options. Definitely not as much as you would find at a normal Costco, in my opinion. Look at this. Have you ever seen a huge can of crab meat? Never seen this before. Maybe I saw it the last time. Lots of smoked salmon. We're known for salmon here in the Pacific Northwest, and they got a lot of options. All right, the frozen meat section. Like any other Costco, they've got lots of frozen meat, but they got way more of it. Like, look at these. Ground beef patties, 1/3 of a pound, a whole box of it. So what's that? How many are in there? 30 individual beef patties for $38. That's a good deal. They've got Angus choice beef patties, flame grilled. Is this, oh, fully cooked. How much is this? 72 bucks for 40 pre-cooked Angus choice patties. I'm not sure if you've ever seen a whole box of beef patties like this. And this is the Kirkland signature ground beef patties. 42 bucks for 40. $1 a patty. That's a really good deal. Now, my favorite patty right now, you're gonna think this is weird because I always do smash burgers. I make my own patties myself from ground beef, but right now this is my favorite. Grass-fed beef patties, Kirkland signature. So you get 15 patties, 20 bucks, which is kind of expensive, but again, grass-fed is way better for you. And I'll probably do a video about this, but you can take the beef patty and literally cook it frozen. It's really easy. So if you have a gas grill, this is what I'd suggest. You take your beef patty frozen, get your grill super, super hot, and you're going to flash sear it for 2 minutes on one side. Right, it's still like a little frozen. flip it 2 minutes on one side, then you flip it again another 2 minutes, so 4 minutes on that side, then flip it again 2 minutes on that side, so 4 minutes total on each side, 8 minutes total cooking time, and you got yourself a flame grilled beef patty that's perfectly cooked. And that's what I've been doing for the kids. And guess what? It saves me so much time because I don't have to make my own beef patties. And grass-fed beef patties, Kirkland signature, pretty good flavor. And guess what? Way better for you. So that's what I've been doing. If I want burgers for my family, I just go get buns. I have those beef patties in the freezer. I grab the buns, I get the grill fired up, I grab the patties, put them on the grill, and because I can cook a lot, I don't have to smash them individually because I only have one smasher. I can make burgers for all 7 of us right away. So I've been doing that lately. So I'm a big fan of these. If they're ever on sale, let me know. And definitely try them because they're actually really good. I'm very impressed with them. For you vegans, they got the black bean patties. Not for me, but they got it as an option. Okay, if you're into chicken thighs and into big boxes of thigh meat, there you go. I'm curious why it has a Korean writing on it. I wonder if well, it says Wayne Farms. It doesn't sound Korean, but maybe Koreans like this whole thing. 120 bucks for 40 pounds, but this is already processed chicken thigh meat, so I think that's a pretty good deal. This makes way more sense for a restaurant owner or people that have to serve lots of people, but if you've got a party, this is the Costco to go to. In fact, I'm gonna show you all the other things that I would buy if I had a big party, whether it's burgers or steaks that I would buy, but restaurant owners come here for, that you guys can buy yourself. So halal chicken, they got a whole box of it. Cornish hens, they got it. Halal hand cut breaded chicken breast tenders, they got it. Halal chicken nuggets, yep. A box of crispy chicken tender fritters, they have that too. We all know Dino Buddies, got plenty of that. Lots and lots of wings. Buffalo, crispy, panko chicken nuggets, rotisserie chicken breast strips. I mean, a lot of these you can find at regular Costco. It's just you don't find all these options typically. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts for those people on that carnivore, trying to build up that muscle, get that protein, that clean protein. Skinless tenderloins, which probably would be more expensive, but maybe not. $18 for 6 pounds. I think that's a pretty good deal. If I had a bigger freezer, I probably would buy more frozen meat, but I don't have a big enough freezer. And the freezer that I do have, the extra one, stores all the ice cream. And then the other freezer I got stores all my ground beef. But yes, if you have a big freezer or have multiple, you can buy a box of chicken here. If you're into goat meat, they got a lot of it here. Indian cuisine, they eat lots of goat. I like goat personally. They got lamb cubes. And remember this? Yeah, a whole thing of lamb. And it's halal too. $4.49 a pound. Now that's the best deal ever. That's a little intimidating. I don't know if I would do that. So they got the lamb over there. Over here, they got goat. I've never seen this before. This is a first for me. Whole goat. In the Philippines, I remember when we first went there, me and Judy, they wanted to put on a really nice dinner and they actually slaughtered a goat right in front of us. Pretty interesting experience. I'm glad that I got to be part of that, and I was not actually helping at all. I was just more observing. But then they took that goat and they made tons of different dishes, which was really cool to see. And I love goat, so I was very honored. Yeah, we don't do that very often because it's kind of already done for you here. I don't know. They do that with the pig too, by the way. I know this is kind of getting graphic, but that's how they do it in the Philippines. Judy's family lives in the province, and that's pretty cool to see that side of it. The food was delicious. I swear that food was bomb, and it was cooked right in front of us in these huge, big wok-looking pans. Great memories. I have vlogged this before, but they got this New Zealand lamb company, and this is French lamb rack. This is a French lamb rack right here, so ribs. This is a bone-in lamb leg. They got more lamb in boxes over here. And then they've got halal ground lamb. Sounds actually really good. You can make that dish right there, whatever that is. Halal ground beef. Looks fancy. I found it. I found it finally. So I've been showing you guys meat. There's a lot more here that I'm not gonna vlog. I've got other business Costco vlogs, but this is probably the last thing that even matters in life when it comes to cooking, especially beef. But I found a whole tub of beef tallow. A whole freaking tub. And I remember hearing some other Costco customers talk about this because they started selling beef tallow in a glass jar. But this whole thing is $80. And it's American Angus, never bleached, never hydrogenated, nothing artificial, straight up beef tallow. I've been looking for this forever. Beef tallow is what you want to deep fry with. In fact, McDonald's French fries used to be deep fried in beef tallow. It's just better tasting, it's crispy, golden brown, and it's healthy for you. Healthier, I'd say, of course, in moderation. And it's all the rage right now. The thing about this though, it's expensive. So to get all of this for $80, I know that sounds like a lot, is actually a really good deal. In fact, I'm buying this for show. They got it at this Costco business center here in the Seattle area. All right, so I got some stuff for the house. Got that tallow. Now I'm gonna show you guys the other part. Notice in this middle section, there'd be all kinds of like household goods, clothes. It's not here. It's all snacks and candies. I have a whole nother series of Costco business center vlogs that you can watch. Today I want to focus on meat, but there's one other stop you want to make if you want to buy stuff for your summer barbecues, and it's the restaurant section. So here, a lot of restaurant owners buy all their stuff for their, restaurants, food trucks, but it's actually a great place for you to come for your house and for your own barbecues. If you want a knife that the chefs use, this is the kind of stuff that you see. You know the show The Bear? They have really nice knives, but most restaurants, they just buy these really affordable ones. 16 bucks for 2 knives. I mean, that's a good deal, and these are super sharp. When you're cooking meat, you have to have a thermometer. That's a legit thermometer. It's got a little cover, digital read, only $10. 4-pack of tongs for $10, okay? Whenever I grill meats, I love having sheet pans. I mean, you just can't get better than this. This whole sheet pan, which of course you could use for more than just grilling. You could bake cookies or whatever on it. $4.49? That's a good deal. Shouldn't put this inside the dishwasher though. Wash it by hand, but damn, $4.49? It's tempting to buy right now for myself. One of my favorite things that they use regularly at a restaurant that most people don't at home are food grade gloves. Now, these are blue. I like the black ones personally. But yeah, any of these food handling gloves, great for when you're serving other people. And if you're feeding your family, you probably don't think anything of it, but when I'm serving a lot of other people, I'm handling raw meat and I'm touching food, because sometimes, like this guy right here, sometimes you just gotta grab the food to slice it or to do whatever. It's nice wearing gloves for those people that maybe you don't know very well or you're not comfortable with, or family and friends. So yeah, I always buy these. And how much is this? 500 gloves on sale right now, $18.89. Now that's a good ass deal. Here we go. This is the one I love right here. These are the rip resistant ones, way more heavy duty. These are the ones I have outside underneath my grill all the time. It's 14 bucks, but you only get 100, but still 14 bucks for 100. This is what I'm talking about. And this is a nice thing. I'm not advocating for people to touch burning hot food with these gloves, but say the food is a little bit hotter, these will have a little bit of durability, just a tiny little bit for when you're touching like a really hot steak. So I do like it for that. So yeah. You can get these at a business Costco. Okay, so here's another example of why I like these business centers. This is a sterno butane stove, which in Japanese cooking or Japanese kitchens, a lot of people have these. You put the butane canister in here, close it up, light it up, and you've got yourself a little stove top anywhere you go. And this right here is only 30 bucks. Normally you pay 50, 75, maybe even $100+. So again, restaurant owners shop here, and this is what they got because it's good quality, but you're paying a reasonable price. So I'm actually tempted to buy this too, just because it's such a good deal. Oh, and look at this. They have a whole box of butane cartridges, 20 bucks for a 12 count. That's a good deal. I'm not gonna vlog it, but all of this is restaurant quality, commercial grade cookware, fridges, whatnot, that you as a regular Costco member have access to. So, all right, there's so much more that I want to vlog, but I gotta get home and cook these steaks. All right, time to check out. And guess what? No lines. Okay, I always talk about going to Costco either first thing in the morning or maybe a weekday afternoon. But here, after the morning rush of all the restaurant owners and business people buying their thing, it's slow. And guess what? This is open at 6 a.m., so that's cool. And only open till 6:30 though, so yeah. I've never been in a line here at a business center, Costco. Cutting board. Full beef loin, top loin, whole USDA print. I don't know why it's printed like that, but there you go. This is the whole piece of meat. These are all steaks, all down this way. I had to go back because they ran out of these, but I'm about to process this. And guess what? I saved $3 per pound on this. Normally it's $18.99. Got it for $15.99. Lots of steaks in this. Get this cut. Whoa. Now, one of the things is when you're buying a whole piece of meat like this, you're gonna get all this fattiness and parts that normally get cut off, but I'm gonna cut it off. Really important to have a sharp knife. I just sharpened this. There's a proper knife you need to break this down, but I don't have that knife, so I'm just using my longest one. And I'm just gonna start going to town on this. The end piece is kinda gonna be funky. There we go. Gonna go into it now. It's gonna be good eats. I'm going for really thick steaks here. A little bit over an inch, maybe an inch and a half. Yes, it is way cheaper. By the way, this is a New York. This is a clean New York here. This is not clean. It's got this piece right here, which is not ideal. You want it to look like this, so I forget what this is called, but this is the end piece. It's still gonna be good eats, but in terms of steaks that are gonna cook for people, this is the one.
Wow.
Boom. Wipe it. Don't worry, I'm gonna wash this. Look at this. 10 steaks. 10! That equates to about $17 per steak. That's a really good deal, okay? And this is prime, not choice. Okay, so processing all this off. You don't want to throw this away. You can use it for beef tallow. So it's basically a homemade beef tallow. And I found from all the videos I've watched that it's, by the way, this is a little off. It's not even, but I think this is the edge. Maybe not. You don't want it to look like this. It's no big deal though. Okay. I'm just gonna process this part. This is just easier to do after you cut it like this. And I'm just gonna cut it off. All the ones that like that, just like that. Then I keep all this for beef tallow, or I can even put it into hamburger meat. There you go. Honey, can you give me a bowl, please? Thank you. Ooh, that's a good chunk right there. So I got 6 steaks processed. I trimmed off all the tough fat and the, I don't know what you call it, just the pieces that aren't desirable. I will keep this to make beef tallow one day, just freeze it. And then I've got 4 more steaks for later that I can easily freeze. Most likely I will freeze those. But there you go, pretty easy. All right, best way to prepare your steak, put it on a rack like this, then put it in the fridge and let it sit for at least 24 hours. I'll see you tomorrow.
48 hours later. Actually, a little bit less than that. Steak's done. Mushrooms are done. Steak dinner. And it's super easy just to go to the business Costco or any Costco and get yourself the whole loin, ribeye, New York. They're really friendly. Ask them for it and slice it yourself. Save a few dollars per pound. So you're saving a lot of money. Get yourself a deal on some prime steaks. Anyways, business Costco. Way to go for your meat.